jogo VAMPYR. Esse grande jogo estou trazendo aqui no canal da Odisseia Gamers. Não é inscrito no nosso canal, inscreva-se e ative o sininho para acompanhar essa saga. Chega de frescura, vamos que vamos.
Activated. 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 Activated.
Beleza. Aqui na investigação.
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Nurse, this room is off limits, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. Make sure the rest of the staff are so informed.
Of course, Doctor. And what about the antiseptics? Or do I inform the staff that you're too busy?
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household...
The store?
Perhaps I should...
It's the
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital.
Yes, Doctor?
Exactly how bad is...
It really depends.
Please, could you point me in the direction...
It's the large boarded up...
Why then do you...
At the Pembroke.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, now.
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor.
Lack of...
London's trend...
That's all for now. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they...
O velho necrotério. Vamos investigar aqui, galera.
It's locked, all right.
Not now.
It's locked. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. I cannot enter. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. It's locked, all right. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. These scales feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Activated.
Scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody. Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Any news about my
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see...
I will not let you down, my boy. You always knew the words to calm the children.
But in the circumstances, I'm...
Good evening, sir.
Reid,
Does my...
let us just...
If you have a...
Dr. Swansea has...
I know we...
Oh,
There is no...
that is one...
Since you're...
Let's just...
Carelessness.
We're here to...
I don't intend...
Modern...
Thank you for your...
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reid, I am
Please, could you...
I'm a...
What made you...
I'm not a...
It's all...
This epid...
I based...
I'd rather not...
As long as you're cautious...
You're not the first...
Tell me more about...
Harvey Fit...
What is it?
Fair question.
Tell me, Miss...
Our first died...
But why would he...
Because he had...
This person...
I agree.
Do you think...
All I know...
What can you tell...
Well, it has always been an op...
You seem...
I'm convinced...
Questions remain.
True.
Do you need...
Well...
Do you want me to...
Oh, no, Doc.
I see. Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. I cannot enter.
Yes, Doctor?
That's all for now. No.
Why have you done this?
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Good evenings.
I've already heard.
That's quite...
You can call...
I'm not...
Well,
You have...
No need...
I'd like to see...
Wise choice, Doc. Another night in the Royce Battalion of Pembroke.
Did you hear me? Die first! It's an inch! Kill it! Kill it! Easy does it, boys.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move. Good evening, miss.
Your name.
I beg you.
What are you
You keep...
Well,
And why do you believe...
I don't need to believe.
Please,
I can
I see...
never.
It's a...
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad.
I'm assuming you...
It's only a...
Who are...
I cannot say for sure.
The staff...
I'm not speaking.
I see.
Thank you.
I'll leave you. Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
And I'm...
Well,
How would you...
it's Sue.
You mu...
So,
Nurse...
I wish I
How long...
were long enough.
You're right. How is...
Well, not well.
Why is...
Milton's not.
Why does...
I don't know. Just
Goodbye, Nurse Hawk.
I will not let you down, my boy. I'm alright.
Good evening, sir.
Reid, yes,
Does my arrival inconvenient?
Let us just...
I don't know...
I don't...
And what...
I said...
Be careful.
I only...
Knowledge.
It is not a...
It seems...
I ref...
We can at least... If you have...
Doctors...
I know.
Oh,
There isn't...
that is...
Tell me, Waverley.
Strickland is playing...
Are you thinking...
Harvey...
Why...
I struck...
I really...
I'm not...
And are you...
Rival...
Tell me...
Strickland...
Are you thinking...
Harvey...
Since you're...
Let's just...
Carelessness.
We're here...
I don't...
Modern...
Thank you for your...
Shift never end from her.
Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening.
I locate...
I was afraid of such...
That's quite a...
This dreadful influence.
Do you realize you could create...
Is this not...
As long as you...
That's all...
What do you
It's a shame he said...
with the influenza?
I believe that if...
So you believe...
Doctor...
Goodbye, Doctor.
For me. What a blundering idiot.
I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
I will not let you down, my boy. No, we can handle this. See you again.
Good evening.
And good evening.
Goodbye.
a giant morgue disguised as a hospital. That's Pembroke nowadays.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Dr. Reid?
What do you mean?
I was not.
You remain...
Thank you.
How did you...
I had
Why?
William.
You
I'm just...
Do you know...
Tom.
Who should...
Not Reid.
People are...
How could it be?
What is the...
The situation...
Has the... Who...
Since Claire...
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
The daily routine.
Good evening, sir.
Unless you're...
I'm Doc...
You get...
How is your...
Oh, it's...
Can I ask...
It's the...
Can I...
Nurse it.
Who is...
Nobody.
You don't...
If they...
Goodbye.
You disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
I cannot enter. The flower's dying. It needs water. It's locked. Good evening, sir.
So it is.
Do we actually, Doctor?
He was all.
What is the...
This whole.
It's...
Don't be.
What can...
Summer.
Any...
I don't.
I...
Don't get.
Tell
Nurse.
You really...
I'll go even.
Goodbye, Doctor. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye now.
Making a difference.
Good evening,
And good evening.
I want to...
I know I made self-com, but you never...
You have...
Thank you,
Goodbye, Doc.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Finally, you've returned.
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your...
Duty call...
Many thanks.
How long must I wait, damn it?
Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir.
How long's it going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year?
But in the
You have the right to
circumstances, I'm
disapprove
willing
of
to
our
give you the
methods,
benefit of the
and you
doubt.
will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Good evening, madam.
It's my son.
I'm Dr...
I'm bit...
What can you...
Not much...
Are you...
Yes.
May I...
I'm a
What do you...
I have had...
Is there some...
Some of the...
Tell me more.
The ambulance...
What do you mean?
She managed...
She...
Yes.
I
I don't
Goodbye.
Good evening, sir.
Still more coming.
Doctor.
How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Good evening, Miss...
Good evening, Doc.
Tell me...
My wife.
You can't...
Of course.
How could you...
I was work...
Tell me more.
What happened?
I'm so...
I would like to...
How are you...
They was...
Goodbye for now.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blunt...
The pain.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift.
It may...
Forgive me.
There is no... Please.
The Pembroke
A spokesman.
discretion...
And you would...
By...
Accepted.
Do you need...
I have just a few...
Then ask.
Since you...
As men...
Must...
You are a...
The son.
You will find...
The man we...
He was a skull.
Just for...
A skull?
Where do...
The name...
Since...
Well,
Where do...
Oh, to be on...
What do you...
What we need...
You mentioned...
Certainly.
That...
I feel it wasn't mere...
Yet...
The brother...
We'll see it...
Disguised as a hospital. That's Pembroke nowadays.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Goodbye, Nurse.
The pain. It's here again.
I cannot enter.
Hello again.
What do you do?
I manage.
Are you...
Not at all.
Why didn't...
That's a very...
How do you...
I feel it.
You're in good...
Thank you.
Have you...
Not really.
You never...
You're preaching.
Goodbye, Mr. Ham. It's locked, all right.
Do you need...
We'll see each other. I cannot enter. The flower's dying. It needs water.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies.
The pleasure.
I hope you're more...
You must have...
Have any of...
These
The world...
You make me...
Pardon my boldness, Your...
As a newborn...
I'm a scientist.
I will glad...
Dr.
These past insufferable...
What are your...
As the newly appointed sir...
Who would...
Even if it...
If we're dealing...
As immortal...
Please continue.
My embarrass...
I'll take care.
If that was...
I'll meet that...
My life...
Hello again,
Goodbye, Mr. Ham.
I'm in pain. I need my medication. What? What?
There's no need for... Please, Harriet.
Oh.
I heard...
Debauch.
Really?
This is you.
Thank you for... Miss Jones. Now,
Well,
have you noticed...
it will be
Come now. Everyone...
thieves.
If you could...
It's terrible, Doctor.
I see.
No one.
I'll come and visit... The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What can you...
Let me get...
No matter...
Who said
She could...
that old...
What can...
Let me get...
Goodbye now.
Further your agenda, sir. How long's it going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year! You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What can you tell me about this?
Let me get...
Goodbye, Nassau.
Do you need something?
I have met...
She's a fat...
She told me...
Lady Ash...
The matter...
Oh, I know.
We'll see each other... Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan.
Dr. Swansea...
Did he really?
All...
I see.
You...
How are...
Not...
Do you think...
We are... Oh,
And...
sorry.
I'm not...
Brilliant.
Most...
It would...
Is there...
Well...
Why should he...
I get...
Nurse...
No.
Have you... seen...
I've never...
Do you know...
The people...
Goodbye. Good evening.
Dr. Reid, any good news?
Your
No. I am...
Have you...
I...
Goodbye, Doctor.
Dr. Reid will help straighten things
Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye, nurse.
Don't worry, we're safe. Don't worry, we're safe.
Bom, vou ficando por aqui. Para continuar assim o capítulo 2 de Vampires, lembre-se de se inscrever em nosso canal. Muito obrigado, valeu, fui.